Gunda's Games!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We interrupt your regularly scheduled rash of gameplay videos to introduce you to the newest champion in the league, just arrived on the public beta. Her name is Lissandra, the Ice Witch, and she's freaking awesome. Just look at that movement animation, I want to buy her already. She's a short-ranged AP mage, focused on providing tons and tons of crowd control rather than damage. She has a surprising amount of mobility too. Her passive is called Iceborne. After a short cooldown of about 18 seconds or so, might change, might not, it is the PBE, her next ability costs no mana to cast. If she hits an enemy with an ability that impairs movement, the cooldown is reduced by a second for each enemy hit. Visually, you can tell when Iceborne is up by the light blue glow that appears on her head. This passive is all kinds of awesome. She really doesn't care about mana, at all. Geek and I sat around for a while spamming spells to try and run her out of mana. It takes a while. She can easily skip blue buff and give it to someone else. Lissandra's Q is Ice Shard. It's a simple skill shot on a short cooldown that damages and slows the first thing it hits. Enemies behind that first target take damage as well, but aren't slowed. This seems generally to be the best spell to start with. It's cheap, it's spammable, it could help with last hitting, and it's definitely awesome in a fight. W is Ring of Frost. It's a simple, quick burst of damage to everything around her that roots enemies hit in place. This will be great for ganks and escapes. The Ice Witch's E is Glacial Path. It's her longest range spell, and the only one she has that doesn't impair movement. What it lacks there, she makes up for with mobility. The projectile for Glacial Path moves quite slow, dealing damage to anything along the way. At any time before it reaches the end, she can teleport to wherever the claw is and stop the claw from moving. Glacial Path is kind of a timing minigame in and of itself. If you want the max range teleport, you have to be very careful not to wait too long. If you do, it'll be wasted. I can see this being quite useful for initiating ganks, escaping enemies, and juking those chasing you. It's definitely not a long-range poke tool though. Its cooldown is too long and the slow-moving projectile will probably not hit anyone that sees it coming. As an initiation tool though, she can blink in, root the enemy in place with Ring of Frost, and combo them to death with her allies. Really freaking cool. Finally, the ultimate, Frozen Tomb. Lissandra can either stun an enemy or freeze herself. If she freezes herself, she becomes untouchable, much like having a Zonya's Hourglass on herself. In either case, she creates an area of dark ice around the target that deals significant damage to enemies and slows them for several seconds. This will be awesome in teamfights and ganks of all sorts. I'm already excited for the Zonya's Hourglass Guardian Angel build just to frustrate the heck out of my enemies. Riot recommends her in mid lane and top. I can very easily see her as a support as well with all the crazy crowd control she has, and not to mention her lack of any real need for mana. I'm really excited for her, and I hope you are too. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It helps me out a lot. Follow me on Twitter to know what's going on ahead of time, and subscribe for future content. Till next time, I've been Gin, and you've been watching me talk about a video game.